What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hope Shot. It's been a minute, man. It's like 2 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks. It's been rough. It's been rough, especially for Caesar. You know, especially for Caesar.
And look, not a blemish on him either.
Yeah, it's been rough. So he had to blemish it up, non-blemish it up. Man, if you guys just jumping on, say what's up. Let us know you're here. Let us know how you're doing. And then I'm going to get Caesar to do that clarity statement. He still got that. He didn't lose that.
No.
Or did you?
It washed away. Oh, wait, here it is.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Sorry, my head doesn't fit in here because I'm in my daughter's tiny little chair at her tiny little desk. The Hope Shot clarity statement. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common. Recovery is a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. It doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. And thank you for being a part of our Hope Shot family.
Thanks, Caesar. Thanks for coming on tonight.
You're welcome.
Even though you're on a little desk.
A little tiny desk.
Little baby desk. You look great, though.
It's that beautifying filter. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Like I said, if you guys just jumping on and say what's up, let us know here. We got Helen in the comments. What's up, Helen? It has been forever. It has been just crazy. And yes, and we have Rudolph. Congratulations on Journey. So excited for you guys.
Rudolph.
Yes.
Hey, Crystal.
From the postpartum studio. It's gonna be all right.
Right
yeah, we're just gonna talk about things and stuff. Like literally the damn topic is things and stuff, okay? Because that's what we got, it's what we got. We got things and stuff have been happening, things and stuff been going on. I don't know if most of you do know or don't know. We had Hurricane Helene and then Milton back to back, and it really messed up our county and our cities up and down the coast. It has been whole neighborhoods washed out, and Caesar was one of those victims. And it's sad. It's sad all the way around. But we are here. We are, there's a lot of awesome things that have happened out of a crisis, and I think that's the it's how you focus. What is your focus on? What are we focusing on? Because there is a lot of ugly too, and I think in times like this, you got to focus on the positive, because if not, man, it'll get you real down. And especially with things going on. And I'm back into the drywall game for a second to.
Just when you thought you were out, they pulled you back in.
I'm back from retirement, and I've been helping some people out, and it was sad to see, man. Especially, I went on a cruise for the second hurricane, so I dodged that in the boat, But before I left, man, these people that are just in shock and don't know what to do, don't know where to start, what to do. And you just got to you got to help them and be patient, tolerant, all those things that recovery has taught us. It's what it was the best thing I had to practice with people that just are lost, and they can get, and they just need direction. So, and it's, there's a lot of rebuilding that's going to happen over the next months and months and months. But, yeah. So if you guys just jumping on, man, just let us know you're here and, how you guys are doing. If you guys, have been a part of the storm, if you guys weathered the storm or anything like that. And, I'm going to let Caesar and Nathan take some control of this thing.
I'll divert to Nathan for the moment.
Deflection.
Nathan the Dark.
I know it's when I wear a dark shirt in this room, all you see is my head. Let me see here. So you see, I am here. I'm not a floating head. Yeah, it's good to be back. It has been some season of change, man. I'll tell you, it's yeah. What I've discovered in the last month is I don't like change. like my I like my routines, man. And when that gets disrupted, um, it's some of my character defects can really come to life. And it would be easy, like Justin touched on it. It'd be easy to kind of talk about all the destruction, all the lost homes, all the the disaster aspect from these storms. And but I've kind of been honored enough to be on the other side of it and see an entire community band together to help others. Um, it happened. I seen it firsthand. Right after, and I'll let Caesar share more about this because he was the one affected. But at one point, right after his house, there was at any given time 20 people there. Showing up, and it wasn't just Caesar. It was everybody's, anybody in the community. You saw people showing up and coming together, using their influence or resources or whatever they could possibly do to start feeding people, to start getting supplies. We transitioned our resource center into a comfort station, and probably served over thousands of people. And it's funny how we can I just remember the last hurricane I was in when I was still actively using. And it's funny, I didn't really care about the power going out because we hadn't paid our electric in a while, so we didn't have power anyway. But I do remember when everybody was evacuated and you couldn't even get down my street. So I told my dealer, I'm like, hey, meet me at the roadblock where you can't come any further, down the street. That's where I'm going to meet you. I'm going to get my stuff. And of course I ran out of this stuff. And so now like the hurricane is like pressing on us, and I'm out in a hurricane, trying to score. And it's the evolution of my life. It's I've had a lot of changes since that time. And I remember the things that I cared about then have drastically shifted. And now I have more people than myself to think of, and I have a responsibility as a person in recovery and in a fellowship to carry a message. And we talk about carrying a message, and I don't know what stronger message you can carry than showing up for people. And that's how. I mean, it's not so much our words. Anybody can talk. I can be king recovery and talk a good game, but how am I showing up? Where are my feet? And that's the message I've seen carried in the last month. um I know my house didn't get destroyed, but like we had this trip planned for the longest time to go to Nicaragua, and I was fixing to pop the big question to my now fiance and in Nicaragua. And the hurricane literally hit on the day we were supposed to take off. So instead of being in Nicaragua, we were in Orlando in a hotel. And I couldn't think of anywhere else better to be at that moment with my family. They were safe. They felt protected. We were together. And that's what I've one of the lessons I've learned from this whole deal, is as long as we're together, whether it's with our family, our community, our fellowship, that's where we thrive. That's where we don't want for nothing. through this journey in recovery, we've all on this screen been blessed with some really great material things. But at the end of the day, these are the priceless gifts that we've been afforded through recovery, is that unity, that the gift of family, the gift of community, the gift of friendship, the gift of fellowship, the gift of having this power that we can lean on in the most overwhelming, disastrous moments and just know that things are going to be okay. Yeah, so I got to witness it. I got to be a part of it. And, I got to, show up for my friends. I got to show up for my community. And not take videos of it, not tell people about it, just do it, just show up. And not because I had to, but because that's where I'm compelled to do. That's my life today. That is my purpose, not just for people in recovery in general. How do I carry a message? I show up with my friends, to my job, with my family. Yeah. So, and what better opportunity to do it when, things like this occur, and it reminds you, puts things into perspective of what's really important, and, yeah, so I was able to, propose anyway, by the way, on Cocoa Beach. I haven't said that on screen yet. So I am now happily engaged. I am now happily engaged, and what a gift, man. And it's funny because it's just another lesson. I was so like, when it took me like 24 hours to get over not being able to go to Nicaragua. I was like physically affected by this shit, and that's how selfish and self-centered I still am. Oh my God, I can't go to Nicaragua. And my friends are in fucking duress, don't even have a home to live in, a community is shattered and whole lives, and I can't fly to Nicaragua. And once I got out of self, and realized the big picture, that no matter where I'm at let me rephrase that. Wherever I'm at is where I'm supposed to be. And whoever I am with is who is meant to be with me. And like I said, in that hotel with my family is exactly where I was meant to be, on the beach in Cocoa, having some stranger video it when I proposed. That's where I was meant to do that. I spend a lot of time not just accepting the flow of life and surrendering to, change and the different seasons. And what better than a couple hurricanes and a canceled trip to teach me some valuable lessons that I got to learn, a lot of learning to do, a lot of growing to do. I'm grateful for that. And I'm just, I just love you guys. That's all.
Hey, Nate, I was wondering who was filming, just to let you know. I was
some rando, man.
Some random guy is like, hey,
you didn't see the very end of the video where he goes, "Oh, thank you, man."
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I saw the end of it and I was like, yeah, he totally asked a stranger to do it.
Yeah, I pulled up on him and I'm like, I put it on video and I'm like, hey man, I'm about to propose to my girlfriend. Please take a video. He's like, man, that's a lot of pressure. It was some, probably pothead weed guy. He seemed really cool though. He's an older dude. He was sweet though. It was perfect.
That's great.
You got a great video, so it worked out just the way it was supposed to.
Yeah.
You want to say hey to some people, Justin, and then I'll jump in?
I certainly will, Caesar. I'm so glad you got your reactions back.
Caesar.
Caesar. I don't even recognize you, Caesar.
I know.
My glamour filter.
It's like, you go to the makeup room before you came in here?
I did. I have a whole team.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
There's a whole team to make me look good. I'm old.
What's up, Carl? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. We are doing well. I hope you are too. We got Christina. Good to see you. Thanks for sharing. And she says, I made out fine, thankfully, but some family of ours lost everything over in Tampa from Hurricane Milton. Out of everything, though, I'm grateful. I can be there for them today and just try to help them recover one day at a time. Just like my recovery from drugs and alcohol, it's a process. Prayers for anyone affected. We got Chris says, hey guys, yes, the ties that bind people helping from all walks of life. It was devastating for a lot, but beautiful to see the community come together. Yeah, and that's it, man. It's like it doesn't matter, all of us helping no matter what it is, and especially the ones that are more vulnerable, they're the ones that need it the most. Helen says she's so happy for you for your engagement. And we have Rudolph says, congrats, Nate. What a big wild life. Yeah.
Congrats to you, my friend.
Right.
Jeez Louise.
I know. I'm super happy for both of y'all, man. It's
his poor wife, his girlfriend and baby. There's so many videos of this thing, I bet.
It's cool. You're gonna look back on that and just be able to, reminisce. Christina says, congratulations to you. You better not have had Lieutenant Dan out there shooting your proposal.
Kind of look like him, to be honest.
Lieutenant Dan, there's a freaking yacht or something in Tampa that was named that. What's up?
A little baby sailboat that he stayed on.
What's up, Grandma Rudolph? I bet you're super excited to become a grandma again. We got Rudolph says, hey, you guys. Good. Got any tips for some brand new ass parents in recovery or people going through the destruction chaos of storm and recovery? Yeah. Patience.
I know Caesar does.
Patience. Brand new parents, patience and tolerance. Do not rip each other's throats out. That's it. I'm sure Caesar got a couple of those. He knows both of those.
So, all right. Yeah, man, this whole thing was interesting. I could talk about it for a really long time, but I'm not going to do that. It was the year before we had Hurricane Idalia come by, and there's all these people in my neighborhood that have been here since the 60s and 70s. And they were like, that's the worst it's ever gotten as far as flooding goes. And we've never seen it that bad. And I was like, cool. Like, it didn't get inside my house. That's golden. They've been here all these years. And if that's the worst it ever was, I'm good. And I believed that right up until about 11 o'clock the night of Helene, when I was standing at first ankle deep in my house, and then it got deeper and deeper, and we kind of just gave up and went upstairs. But it's like the initial reaction is like yours, Nate, like with the trip. The initial reaction is like, oh my God, like we've worked our whole life for all of this stuff, and and it was all about the stuff the next day, and looking at everything and just distraught, really. Like, what are we going to do? We can't live in this house right now. And then the perspective shift was we were pulling everything out, and then Jeremy showed up and another person showed up, and we were ripping out carpet. And at one point in the day, I think there was 25 people in my house from Kelly just posting something and saying, hey, we need some help. And I'm not an emotional person. I mean, you can ask my wife. I probably cried 3 times through this process, not over stuff that I lost, over the kindness of the people in my house. Our friend Jen came by and brought food while we were working and dropped her 70-year-old parents off. And her 70-year-old parents were cleaning the one bathroom that we still had that was working, so that we had a clean bathroom. Her mom was doing that, and her dad was sucking the water out of the house with a shop vac. I've never met him in my life, and it brought a tear to my eye that, like, just these wonderful people from all different fellowships, from not even in any fellowships, just showing up for people. And then just like as the days went on, watching a bunch of business owners get together and start going out and helping the community, watching Justin working like 16-hour days, helping people, ripping out drywall because there's so many shady contractors out there, and he's just out there helping people. And I can't tell you how many places he went, and he probably won't brag about it, but I can tell you that I'd see a post of him at 7 in the morning somewhere, and I'd see another post 8 o'clock at night in somebody else's house. I mean, he was just out there day and night helping people get their houses straightened out. You know, from the ground level, the people boots on the ground, all the way up to our local government. I mean, our local city council, our local board of county commissioners. We have a state rep that lives in our neighborhood. These people rolled their sleeves up. They were not too good to go physically help, number one. And number two, we opened up the Always Center and turned that into a comfort center where anybody could come in and get what they need. And when I mean like basic needs, like clothes, toiletries, clean water, you know, anything that you can think of when you lose everything, the base needs, we had it at the Always Center. And the state rep, I mean, I'll say his name, Brad Yeager, helped pull some strings and got Home Depot to deliver stuff. We had Farm Fresh delivering tractor trailers to the front of the Always Center so that we could serve people out of there.
Red Cross.
I mean, just
Advent.
This little building,
Sunshine,
that we opened up. Yeah, I mean,
Sunshine Health. Yeah.
Name drop, please,
Yeah.
because these people jumped into action when we jumped into action. And I mean, we were able to serve and help a lot of people out of that center. It was absolutely incredible. So my perspective went from the selfish, poor me, to just filled with gratitude. Like my heart was full from watching this community come together. And I mean, I hate to say it like this, but sometimes it takes something like this to bust up all the divisiveness and the petty fighting and the Facebook Karen crap and all of that, because all that was gone. And it was, how can we help each other? What can we do? We found a neighborhood over here and nobody's even been there, and it's all elderly people. And then boom, everybody would go into that neighborhood and help them, get the people out of there, get their stuff. And, you know, it's a shame that it takes like a natural disaster for people to shine like that. But it's beautiful to see that this community can come together. And, you know, this recovery community here is one of the most incredible communities I've ever seen. I have seen every face of our recovery community at one point or another come by my house, call me, text me, what do you need? Like both Roys, no, I don't need anything. Yes, you do. You're not going to accept help. We're coming. You're just there. You're just, they wouldn't even let me say no. You know, and it's shifted from selfishness and fear to gratitude, and it happened quick. And it's because of the people. This whole community is so service minded. We have such a big recovery community here, and it sets the example for everything. It really does. Like it sends ripples out, and the hard work just goes outward, outward, outward. Roy was at my house making sure my electric didn't catch on fire when I finally turned it back on. And then he ran over to my neighbor's house and helped him do that. You know, same thing, Justin, here, there, everywhere. And, you know, it sucks that it has to happen, but at the same time, it shows how strong we are. So I'll spin it back to recovery, man. Like I remember basically what you said. I remember driving through hurricanes to this guy at a trailer. This is how long ago it was. Off of 56 at Highway 56 in Wesley Chapel. I forget what the name of the community is, but it wasn't totally built out, and he still had like an acre behind like the big fancy community. So you had to drive through it, and then there was a dirt road at the end, and you drive through like all these $300,000-$400,000 houses. Then you hit his dirt road, and I'd drive out there and the storm was coming. And he was like, well, if you can get here, man, he's like, the road's flooded out. I'm like, shit, brother, I will take this minivan right through all of that. But the difference is, man, I wasn't thinking of anybody else. You know, it never even occurred to me what happened to people in storms like that. Like it never crossed my mind. I was always worried about, what am I going to do? How am I going to make it through this? I got to have my stuff and this and that. So it's, man, to have that center and to have meetings going on when people are at their lowest, for people to be able to walk in and get services. And I mean, not just the stuff that we were giving out, to walk in and go, man, I'm struggling. Like, not only did I lose all my crap, but I'm struggling with my recovery, and be able to have a peer there to catch them and guide them and all of those things. For me to be able to still keep that Monday meeting cranking, like in the middle of some BS, was awesome. And, people pulled me up, and that's what we've been doing for a long time. And I suck at accepting help. I suck at it. I'm great at helping other people. I absolutely suck at asking for help. And they didn't give me the option. They came. Nate was on my Nate was on my roof, and my roof is dangerous. I have a very steep roof, and my man was up there getting all the storm debris off the roof. Your dad was out in the lawn. Like, Danielle was working with your dad. Like, just everybody. I remember Kelsey's dad was out there barefoot pulling tree limbs. Oh, it was so cool, man. Like, I swear, 2 or 3 times I broke down and started crying, not because I was sad, because I was just so amazed and so grateful for the people in my life that just show up. You don't have to ask. Thank God you don't have to ask. I'd still be downstairs by myself trying to pull out drywall and do whatever I can. So my experience with this whole thing is, shit sucks when it happens like that. But if you slow down enough to look around, you can find so much beauty in these situations. And it's because of the people that I'm surrounded by. I've created a fellowship around myself of my choosing, of the best people on the earth. You can't tell me, I don't care anywhere on this planet, you can't tell me there's better people than the people I got in my circle, because I'll swear by it. So that's it. It's just, I'm grateful. We still have an upstairs, we've got some traveling back and forth that we have to do. It's a total pain in the ass, but it's nothing compared to what some people are going through. We still got to show up every day. We still got to show up for our recovery. We got to show up for our jobs. We got to show up for our kids. We got to show up for each other. So, it's a bump in the road. A long time ago, this would have been an excuse to go out and do something stupid. Today, it's an excuse to double down on all the good things in my life, double down on my recovery, make sure I show up to the gym, because I need an outlet right now besides just recovery. I make sure that I do things that fill me up, because I work for a roofing company, and we had 2 hurricanes. My work life is unmanageable. It is crazy right now. So between working on the house at night and doing what we have to do, everything takes twice as long. Oh, you want to make some food? Okay, well, let's go to the one house, the bootleg house that we're staying at, and go get the stuff, and then we'll warm it up there. But we like to sleep over in our own bed upstairs, which doesn't have no kitchen or anything like that. So we keep bouncing back and forth. Everything takes 3 times as long, but I'm grateful. I'm just grateful for where my feet are at right now. And I have faith that everything will be all right. This whole system, it takes a lot of faith. Dealing with FEMA and insurance companies and all of that stuff, that's all right. I got faith, and I got people. So I'm good to go.
Beautiful.
Yep, double. Takes double the time.
Everything.
The bootleg house.
hey, and you give up on stuff real easy. You'd be like, you know what, man, we don't really need to make dinner. like all the ingredients are 17 blocks that way. Nah, we're just gonna hang out. Peanut butter jelly is cool. We're just gonna do PBJs tonight.
Wait, you doing PBJs, bro?
Bro, I've been crazy off the diet.
Yeah,
Cheetos, PBJs, and whatever. Whatever's easy.
Whatever is easy. Now I'm with you, man. Listen, it's hard, man, especially with how everything's so crazy, man. It's stress eating, and like just eating out of your norms. Like it,
Yeah.
I even try. I don't even have a house that's messed up. I don't even have a bootleg house. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's been just because it's so crazy. It's not like, I don't know, man, the systems, you know, our creatures of habits are all thrown off. And like my thing is
my routine. You know me. You
yeah.
know me. Nate knows me. I am routine and structure, and all of that was challenged. And there has to be days now where I fight it all day long. I'm like, if I could just finish this by this time, I can make it at the gym, you know, to the gym at the time that I want to be there. And then as the day goes on, I start sliding into acceptance of there's no way that's going to happen because I'm covering half of Florida with this roofing company, and then I ain't gonna be home till 8 or 9 o'clock at night. It just is what it is, and I'm rolling with it.
Yeah, no, and that's what it is, man. And then you just, what do? You pick up a little food on the way sometimes, you know, especially on that.
That's it. I pack some stuff. It runs out early. I ain't got a microwave in the truck, so you know meat rice don't really fly on the road.
Yep.
You do the best you can.
And these houses have no kitchen, so the microwave's gone. And I'm like, damn,
my microwave was built into my oven. It was like all one thing, so it's all gone. There is no heating up food. But you know what we do have? We have the espresso machine.
Hey, yeah, that thing stays on
lock.
Yo, listen, I got some coffee from the Dominican Republic, man. It is really good. I ain't gonna lie, it's really good. I even ordered some online. That's how good it is. I want some more.
We're going to the DR in the second week of January.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Well, you know, I'm telling you, my favorite island is Bonaire. Bonaire has my heart now. It's there. And you know what it is? I think is on the cruise we went to Aruba, Bonaire, and then we went to Dominican Republic, and we did excursions. But in Bonaire, we rented a vehicle and we drove all the way around the island, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. Like the water is like a swimming pool. It's like a swimming pool. The water, it's crazy. But yeah, anyways. But yeah, the Dominican had the coffee, and I bought some. Man, it's freaking really good.
Yeah, I'm excited. We once a year, our supply company does like a big trip. And last year was Cozumel, Mexico, and we sent my office manager. And trip this year is the Dominican Republic at an all-inclusive resort, and I was going to give it to somebody else. And the owner of my company was, oh.
Where does he come out with this shit? This song, I just want to find out where does he come? And he's delirious. Get some sleep, Rudolph.
Yeah, lack of sleep.
You're supposed to be sleep deprived and not funny. You stop it right now.
You stop it right now. Well, it done took my ass and carried my ass right to work. I'll tell you that.
I love trying different coffees. Like coffee is a hobby for me. I love my coffee.
You know, I've been contemplating whether to try not drinking coffee, and I just can't see it. I just can't see myself not doing it.
But I don't know why I would.
Well, you know, I like to try to challenge myself in quitting things, you know?
Yeah, but why would I do that? My life is not unmanageable from coffee. At all.
Hey, okay, I will say that it used to be with Starbucks, but
so yeah, no, I make all my coffee at home, or Wayne makes my coffee. Life's good. I got no problems.
Yeah, he's my neighbor now.
Hey, Reagan, 60 days off of caffeine. That's great.
For you.
Activity over here. I will not be joining that trend at all. It's not even just the caffeine. I enjoy the ritual of having coffee. Exactly. I enjoy the slow down that it takes to make it and the slow time it takes to drink it. I enjoy going to coffee shops. I like everything about coffee. It's not going anywhere. I'm not challenging myself in that way ever.
Yeah, I can't see it either. Yeah. The day I see Justin stop drinking coffee is the day I'm getting all the fam and friends together and writing some letters.
Yeah. We'll have an intervention because you just won't be you anymore. Force coffee down your throat and remind you who you are, man.
You're gonna take this. Like,
listen, see, this
waterboarding with coffee. There we go.
This is all you need to hear right here from the authority.
Listen, I thought about it.
Helen said she can't imagine life without it. That's it. We don't have to imagine.
I can.
Yeah, but you never experienced all the wonder that is there.
Oh, look, Christina
in the forest of the bean.
Says, "Oh no, I've tried no coffee, and I'll never do that to myself or anyone else again."
No, and see, that's the thing. If it was just the caffeine, if it was just caffeine, then I could just drink energy drinks. I don't want no damn energy drink in the morning. I want a cup of coffee. That's what I want.
Yeah, no, it's not the same. Like waking up to a cold energy drink.
Yeah.
No,
yeah. Oh, good morning,
that's a midday. Like, what's wrong with my life?
Yeah, I got one of your.
What happened to you?
I got one of your purple bangs right here. I woke up this morning because there was no coffee, and I looked and I was like, "No, man, I'm sure. I think Wayne can make me something. Let me get down there."
Yo, Wayne, you got that?
Hey, man, he unplugged the machine. That's it. That's it. It's the end of an era.
Oh, is he? He's gonna be our neighbor, though.
Yeah. You think that? You think we're not gonna go see Wayne? He will be right upstairs from us.
Yes.
And Frank's putting in a 220 plug for the machine.
Awesome.
Okay. Do we get key cards?
Listen, Wayne ain't going nowhere. He doesn't know what he just got into.
Be my neighbor. Oh, this is awesome. Oh my God. These guys
the whole recovery community downstairs. You will make more money than ever, but you're not going to be able to focus on anything else.
Yeah, right. No, it's I'm excited. We got him, and we actually just tried to turn on the chamber to them too. See if they can get up in there. You know, it'd be kind of cool. And we'll have a whole building filled with peoples.
Yeah.
You know,
not as cool as Wayne and his delicious coffee.
Yeah, I want to. It's been a while since I had I shouldn't say this, but the salty nuts. You know.
Yes, it's so good. It's so
It's
good.
really
Like,
good.
you go ahead and say it. I don't care. It's so good.
It's salty nuts.
Salty nuts are delicious.
I wish he was in the comments today. You know, usually he just creeps in, you know, out of nowhere.
He is eating pho with his wife right now.
Pho?
What the fuck? He's eating Asian soup right now.
Yeah. Well,
so talk to us, Justin. You know, give us a little bit of your perspective
on what things and stuff.
Things and stuff.
Oh, I got tons of things
about the cruise, about all the cool things that you've been doing, about getting dragged.
You know what? You know what? I will say that I don't know, man. It's been weird, you know, like I haven't been doing as much recovery meetings, and you know what? I know when I need it and when I don't. You know, I don't have to go to meetings in order to make things make sense in my life, and recovery makes sense. Like recovery, I live now. It's in my blood, you know. Like I said, having the patience and tolerance that I've been practicing. Oh, here's one. I passed the RCP freaking recovery coach professional freaking test, you know.
I didn't. I failed.
And that's okay. You know, and I failed once too. So there's that, you know. It's hard. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not like they put scenarios. Real life is different than scenarios. When you're like, oh, they do this, and you're supposed to like, and it's quick. You gotta go. And it's hard, man. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's an accomplishment, you know, and I'm really grateful that you know, and to see like me 2 years ago, you know, where I was when I took that test, I was not ready to take that. And I wasn't ready like mentally. And like, I don't know, man. Seeing where I am now, I have a lot more patience and I'm a lot more calm. You know, the recovery is definitely kicked in. I always say that. Gets kicked in finally, you know? And you know, I don't make catastrophes out of things anymore. You know, like with all this stuff going around, I could become a victim real quick. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, that victim mindset comes no matter what's around, you know, no matter what. Um, I can make it all about me real quick. You know, it doesn't matter how big or how small it is. What about me? Yeah. You know, but I don't need that anymore, you know, and that's all because of what recovery has done for me in my life. And that's why, you know, these past few weeks, man, like, look, I went on a freaking cruise and totally unplugged. I did scavenger hunts and all kinds of things with the kids. Like, we did things that we never done, and we had the best time ever, man. And I'm learning how to unplug. I'm not really good at unplugging. I'll tell you right now. I am not good at unplugging from this life. I'm not good at putting work down. I obsess sometimes about work, especially if I have something in my head I want to see come to fruition. Like, I'll keep going. Okay, all the time. I want to keep going. I'm like, all right, I got to see this thing through. And I'm like, you know, I'll sit on a computer at 9:00 at night. I will work 13 hours, 14, 16-hour days. It's just the way I am. I don't know. It's how I operate. It's my new thing, you know, but I made it a point to make sure that I take breaks from these things, and it's going to be awesomeness. And we did have some awesomeness this year, and I'm pretty proud of that. I'm pretty proud of the awesomeness, those little events that I had, these little vacations, you know. And I'll tell you right now, if you need a vacation, 8 days is the perfect vacation, no matter what. 8 days on every vacation. I'm telling you, I highly recommend it, because the first like 3 days, it's like, whoa, this is awesome. You know, and like, you get the adrenaline rush and everything's great. And most of the time I'm going home by then. And I'm like, I haven't even experienced it. So the first 3 days is the adrenaline rush. The next 3 days is like, oh, everything's kind of panning out. Okay, now it's going to plateauing. And then on the last 2 days, you're kind of like, okay, I'm ready to go home. This has been fun, but I'm ready to go home. And that's just what it is, you know? And like, so I have finally figured out the formula for myself, and I can't have it any other way now. I'm sorry. It's just it is what it is. I can't do it. I've already tried it and it's kicked in, and I gotta have it. So yeah, man, it's I really enjoyed myself, and we saw some of the most pretty water. You know, in Bon Air, we rented a truck, drove around. We went to 1,000 step beach where you walk down these steps, and the water is just so clear. We swam with sea turtles, and they had so much wildlife, and it's just beautiful. And then I stuffed my face like crazy. They had pizza, they had cheeseburgers, they had buffets, they had ice cream. I was literally stuffing my face the whole time. And it was so much fun, you know. And I went on the cruise with a bunch of recovery peeps. I'm not saying we hung out with them the whole time, you know. We didn't. We were just on the boat together, and we see each other, hey, you know. And that made it so much more fun, you know. So next year we need to do a bigger one. Bunch of people. Nate, it's not that bad.
Me no like boats, man.
Bro, it's like it's like a floating hotel.
Yeah.
Huge floating hotel.
If it floats to somewhere we can surf, then I'm down.
I'm sure we can probably spin that.
There's a boat. On the boat, you could probably go surfing on their little whatever that thing is.
You can go wakeboarding. It's like
yeah, you could do all kinds of stuff.
Look, Helen wants to go.
Yeah, she wants to go. I think we all should just start planning a Hope Shot freaking cruise, huh? Who's down? Let's do this. I'm down.
I'm down. I'm like,
okay.
By the time you're ready for the next big vacation like that, I'll be just getting out the other side of this roofing season, and I'll be ready for another vacation.
Listen, and then we can go on this. You just do monthly payments, and everything works out. It is so easy. Like, you just plan it out and pay it. Payments. It's like the best thing ever. Look, Christina's ready. Christina, let's do this. I'm not playing. We're gonna figure this out, and then we'll have Rudolph there, and we can bring Journey on a journey. and
On our first journey.
yeah, on our first journey, and I'll bring my kids. Like, we'll have fun. You know, we had a blast, and it was real fun. The kids had a blast. Everybody had a blast. So, yeah,
That's it. Hope Shot's going cruising.
Going cruising. No big deal. No.
Man, we ain't done nothing since Orlando. We have not had a Hope Shot retreat.
Yeah, we need another one.
Crystal, when we say Rudolph, it's combined. It's like a formula, okay? Combined.
Or hear us out, you know. By then, you might want Rudolph and Journey gone, and you have a nice time to yourself.
If you like cheeseburgers, bro, Guy's Burgers, I'm telling you right now, I was in heaven. I would literally in heaven. It's cheeseburgers for days. I'd eat cheeseburger for breakfast. I'd eat cheeseburger for lunch. I eat cheeseburger for snack. And then I put ice cream on that cheeseburger.
You lost me there, but that's okay.
Listen, they had strawberry frozen yogurt, and then you put soft serve on top of that. And I ate that breakfast, lunch, and dinner too. I
heard there's gyms on that ship. Did you see that? Did you have to see the gym?
They did, and I heard about it. But I wasn't putting that negativity in my life, Caesar. It wasn't happening. No. I said YOLO. That's what I visited, YOLO. And it was the best, and had so much fun. You know what? I'll work it off.
With the amount of drywall you're doing, you will work it off.
Look, Mitzi's coming. Okay, so we got that. Okay, we got Rudolph. Man, we need to start writing this down. Where's my notes? Hold on, let me get this real quick. I'm just going to rewatch this episode, and then we're going to get it all. Strawberry frozen cheeseburgers. Did I hear that right? Yes, you heard that right. Strawberry frozen cheeseburgers. Yes, with pizza on top and burritos. Yes, all that. Oh, they had burritos. They had burritos and pizza. Yeah, it's so much fun. Anyways, all right, I'm hungry now.
I know. I can't wait to eat my snack. Got me fucking hungry now.
You're welcome. So that's my life. Besides that, you know, it's
life's good.
Huh? Life's good.
All grateful. Life's good.
Life is good. Life is good. If
this show had happened the day after the storm, I wouldn't be this grateful. But you know, we went through the process. Dude, I was lost. I'm not even gonna lie. I was lost.
Never seen you that lost, Caesar.
Yeah. I didn't know what to do. Where to start. How to accept help. I was a mess.
Yeah.
Well, someone said it back here. Hold on, let me see. Something about hold on. I don't know. Oh yeah, this one right here. What is it? Oh, I lost it. Oh yeah, this one, right? You know, when you talk about, this is the perspective that, like, I'm constantly aiming to, you know, keep, not just in a disaster. Because, I mean, and that's the power. That is why we practice, all of us on this screen, we practice a program, we practice spiritual principles in all our affairs on a daily basis to prepare us for what life inevitably is going to throw at us. You know, that is, I mean, we are ready for whatever life throws our way. It doesn't mean that we're not going to be affected by it, you know, or that we're not going to struggle through it. It just means we don't get loaded over it. You know, it means that we have a network to lean on when these things do occur. It's, and my journey is to be able to know that good always exists, regardless. You know, I know what this recovery community is capable of doing. You know, I see it at work in my work life, and I see it in my recovery circle. I see it in my fellowship. I see what this recovery community is capable of. What was cool is to see just how special that capability is in action. That was the magic. And like I would challenge anybody, if you guys aren't a part of that, or go find your tribe or create it yourselves, because to have that connection, and to have those resources, and to have those friendships and those bonds, and that's what this deal is all about, man. It's not so much about the houses, the cars, the relation, the the jobs, all the material blessings. It's about the relationships. If I don't know about you guys, but the book that I got sober with, it's Caesar says it all the time. It's a book about relationships, rebuilding relationships with myself, with my higher power, and then ultimately with y'all. And in this journey, I get to see what the fruits of those relationships truly are in moments like these. But really, I see it on a daily basis. But I can get into my routine and get separated from those connections and from that fellowship, don't just going day in, day out. And sometimes it takes a little shakeup like these last couple months to, really get us, seeing this thing truly in motion.
Yeah. Shake up. Shake it up. Shake it up. No.
Yeah, the perspective's funny, and I'm worried about stuff, right? What is that?
It's Halloween.
Justin's plan.
Anyway, I'm worried about stuff. I've never had stuff really about, like I'm like this house, cars, all of that. All I had to worry about was really like some uniforms in a little, very small area and very few possessions. So it didn't take me long. What's that?
Yeah, spork.
Yeah, no spork. No sporks. But
not today, Satan.
But I had to get back to that perspective of it's my joy, my happiness, all of that stuff is internal. It has nothing to do with the things. The things don't bring me joy. Of course, my family being happy brings me joy. And then when my family's upset, I'm upset. But I circle back around to and this program of recovery, these steps, this spirituality, that's what's given me a life worth living. Like when I say my prayers at night, I thank God for giving me a life worth living, because the one that I had before recovery was not worth living. It was awful. And every morning that I woke up, I was like, well, this is absolutely a joke. Why do I have to wake up to this life? And even with this stuff going on, I wake up and I'm blessed. Like I am blessed beyond measure because of the relationships, because of the relationship with my higher power that lifts me up and allows me to lead this family, because I have a woman by my side that when I'm not, like you saw me, you saw the look on my face when you came to my house that day. I was freaking lost. Like, where do you start when you're like your place of solitude, like your place where you recharge is chaos, like that's where I go to recharge at night. Now that is just as chaotic as my work day, and what it reminds me of is I can find rest and I can find peace in my relationship with my higher power. That's where you share the burden. That's where I get the strength to go back out the next day. And my higher power works through people, and those people showed up in my life. And like I don't even know if I can put it into words, like what that meant to me, to see just see everybody standing inside my house like that. When I couldn't figure out what to do, they just did it. Like they did all the things that, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm paralyzed. I can't rip my own house apart because it's my house, like I need you guys to guide me with this stuff. So, like if you're on this, I saw a couple comments like, what's this about? This is not like our normal show. We just went through a couple of hurricanes. I lost my house pretty much, for at least for the foreseeable future. But this show's about recovery, and I'm trying to spin it. Hey, Big Steve.
Big at 8.
Big at 8.
He just changes it.
What's up, Biggin? But that's what this show's about. This show's about recovery. We're just talking about life today, and we're talking about what's going on in our lives. But recovery's given me everything. I had nothing before recovery. I had nothing to worry about. I had nothing to lose. So if I can't look at this as a blessing, then I'm probably not really living my life right. It is a blessing. It showed me how strong my community is. It showed me how strong my relationship with my higher power is. And it showed me that I am in the right place doing that. There's another one right there, Missy, that just commented. I don't know how many days she spent at this house helping us, but she's just an incredible friend. I mean, hell, we had a police captain helping us pack up our stuff. Captain Roach was here packing boxes with for a guy in recovery that came from where I am, to have friends across the board like that, from politicians to law enforcement to new guys in recovery, it's, if I can't feel blessed, then I'm just an ungrateful piece of crap, really. And I do feel blessed. So if you're wondering why the Hope Shot spent an entire show talking about this, because this is what's affecting us in our lives right now. And this is our perspective. And through hurricanes and through disasters, and through all that stuff, we stay sober. We stay in our recovery no matter what. And that's the message we're trying to share, is that it doesn't matter if your house gets flooded. It doesn't matter what happens. You can still stay on your recovery journey, and you can come out the other side of anything, any death, any disaster, anything. You come out the other side stronger and be able to share that experience with somebody who thinks they can't get through that. That's the blessing. Now get through this. Eventually, it'll be like the memories of just doing time. When you're like, oh man, that was the worst 15 months of my life, and you walk out the door and you're like, yeah, we played a lot of spades. It wasn't that bad. Yeah. That's how I'll look back on this. I'll look back and I'll be like, oh man, I remember everybody coming over and all that. I won't remember the bad stuff. But when somebody else goes through something similar, I'll be able to give them my experience. And that's the value in this thing, because my recovery is not attached to my possessions. It's attached to the people in my life and the higher power that guides me. And I'm done.
And if it is,
remember that time where there was no gas? Remember that time?
Nope. No, but don't.
That was a pain in the ass.
I do not remember that.
I had to tell a lot of people I couldn't come to work things because there was no gas.
I know it was a great time for me to get caught up on lawns.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What do you mean? I got no gas. Am I supposed to be there?
My whole
There's
business
2 hurricanes.
Yeah. Oh no, literally, a lady told me I needed to figure it out. She was like, I need you here today. I was like, yeah, well, it's not just me. Like, there's no gas anywhere. I can't come to you. She goes, well, you need to figure it out. I was like, okay.
I'll get right on it.
I'm going to try really hard. I really wouldn't expect seeing me.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on tonight, Caesar. I know you got chaos and you got these, what'd you call them? What'd you say? What'd you call it? What'd you call your other house? Damn it.
Bootleg.
Bootleg. There we go. Sorry, I'm like, damn.
That's the abando.
That's the Boudadine spot.
That's the Boudadine spot. Okay. Well, thanks for coming on, even though you got a Boudadine spot. And I'll
be in the other spot next time.
Hey, listen, we have Halloween. Okay.
Hey, are you gonna come on as your alter ego?
Hold on. Hang on. Wait. Let me do this. Hold on. Wait.
Sounds like the beginning of the Thriller. Oh, he's gonna come back. This is the extended version. Remember the old?
Oh yeah. There it is. Yes. Oh. Yep. Happy Hopo Wing.
It's a little messed up, but whatever. We good now?
Yeah.
You got the point.
Wait. That's it. Scary?
Scary.
Okay, we're done here. We're done here.
What a call.
All right. Well, thanks guys for coming on here tonight with us and hearing about all our craziness. And we hope that anybody that's affected by this hurricane is finding some solitude in their peoples as well. And why is Justin dressed like Lord of mercy?
It never stops.
It never stops.
Love you, Steve.
Yeah, love you, Steve. And I wanted to say, my sister, what's up, Kay? Love you too. And man, thanks you guys for coming on here tonight with us. Thanks for hanging out with us. Next week we'll be back full throttle with some stuff and things.
We
Maybe
might
a little
do
bit more.
an actual real topic.
Yeah, not just
we
things
might.
and stuff. We might. You never know. Who knows? You got to just come back next week and figure it out. You know what I mean? Never know. Anyways, love you all, man. Have a great week. Enjoy it. And we'll see you next week. Peace. No, balloons. I got balloons.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
balloons.
I got balloons. It's okay. I got to find this thing. Bye.